Hey guys, Crazy Postman here. So I saw a wild news story over the Ioniq5 this week. Here in just a second, I'm going to show it to you. But we're not just going to look at the news story. I'm going to tell you what to do if it happens to you in your Ioniq. Very unlikely, but at least you'll know. Hey guys, so y'all joined me here on my computer. Let's go ahead and pull up this news story and check out this crazy Ioniq 5. So here we are on this Korean news website. I'm going to go ahead and not have too much audio playing because it is in Korean, but I have some closed captions on. Now they were automatically generated, so it's probably not the greatest quality closed captions. So let's go ahead and see what happens here. So let's just have a little bit of volume and hit play.
지난 15일 새벽 0시 40분.
So this guy is evidently some kind of rideshare driver, and you can see right here at the beginning he gets into an accident.
왼쪽에서 갑자기 중앙선을 넘어온 SUV와 부딪히고 맙니다.
Okay, so there was the accident, and right after that accident occurs, the driver says in the news article that the car just goes into 100% accelerator, and nothing he can do seems to affect what's happening. He says he's pushing the brake. He says he's not pushing the accelerator down, but the car is just accelerating out of control. Now, if you look at this poor passenger in the back, he doesn't even have his seatbelt on, and he's about to realize that. Oh, I don't have my seatbelt on. And so he quickly gets his seatbelt on as they're going through red light intersections at 188 kilometers per hour. Now, this is not going to end very well, unfortunately. The guy does get his seatbelt on, so that's a plus. But here in just a second, they do meet somebody at a red light. So here they go. Boom! So they rear end this car sitting at that red light, and then they just slide down the road upside down for a little bit. Unfortunately, there was a lot of damage to the car, obviously, because they were going 188 kilometers per hour. Ended up on their roof. So heavily damaged car. It's going to give us one more replay. Let's watch this poor guy get the seatbelt on back there. Thankfully, he does just in time. This is what it looks like now. Now, I'm going to pause this. I want to slow this down here. Let's go ahead and say 25% speed and play it again. Look down in the floorboard to where the pedals are. Do you think there is something wedged against the accelerator? Because I can see the brake pedal, but I don't necessarily see. It looks like this carpet may be wedged over the accelerator pedal. I'm not really sure. It's hard to see. There's not much resolution down there to go with. We'll replay this a few times just to see if you can see. So right there you can see the brake pedal, but where is the accelerator pedal? It almost looks like this carpet might be over it, but this is the factory carpet, and it does look like it comes all the way back to the proper place. So I'm not sure here. It does look like maybe we can see a little bit of the accelerator there. Maybe that wasn't it. I'm just trying to spitball ideas here. How could this happen? But that driver certainly thought he had his foot on the brake. Now let's go ahead and go out to the car. I'm going to join you out there, and I'm going to show you what to do if your Ioniq 5 does this. Okay, so you join me here in the cockpit of my Ioniq 5. Now, so this is actually the first story of unintended acceleration that I've ever heard about on an Ioniq 5. You hear it on Tesla all the time, and 99.999, I'm pretty sure it's 100%, but you know, you can't really say 100%. 99.999999% of the time, when you hear about unintended acceleration in a Tesla, it's pedal confusion. And really, you're like, I would never confuse the pedals. But when you're in the heat of the moment and you think you have your foot on the brake, your brain is just confused. I'm not saying you're a stupid person. It just happens. In the heat of the moment, you think you slam your foot on the brake and you really hit the gas pedal or the accelerator in an EV's case, and then you plow into the side of the gym. Or you end up giving Starbucks a new drive-through. Whatever the case, most of the time, if not every time, it's pedal confusion when you hear about that. So one interesting thing about EVs versus gas cars, the way they do their pedal mapping can be completely unique. I know in the Tesla and in the Ioniq5, when you have your foot on the brake, so my foot's on the brake, I can hit this gas pedal and it will not do anything. If the brake is pressed, the accelerator pedal is completely overridden. It doesn't even try to move. And that's the same in the Tesla. Now, when I had the Mustang Mach-E, you could power brake it. If you pushed the brake down, you could also press the accelerator down and it would try to go. You know, like that's how you do a burnout. But in the Tesla and in the Ioniq5, it doesn't seem possible. I was in park during that example, but you can see now I am in drive and it is the same. Nothing is happening when I'm pressing the go pedal. So today what I'm going to show you is what to do in the very unlikely event that you have a runaway car. And this is going to apply specifically to the Ioniq5. Now, it probably also applies to all the EGMP platform cars, but I'm not going to say that right now because I don't know. I haven't tested it. If you find yourself in a runaway and you can't get your brake to work, you're down there, you're pressing the brake as hard as you can, you're about to push it all the way through the floor, and it just will not respond. What do you do in the Ioniq5? Well, there is two things that you can do. Okay, so we're rolling. I'm gonna get off the road and go back here in this parking lot. We're rolling. Oh no, I can't push the brakes. Hit this 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Turns your car off, and eventually the parking crawl will trigger when your speed gets low enough. There, it hit. Okay, so now the parking crawl is engaged and the car is completely off. So that's what you do. Now, you can also, let's turn the car back on because it's very hot. That's what you do in an emergency. Now, car's back in drive. You can also hold the power button down for 3 seconds. So we're driving forward. I'm going to hold the power button down for 3 seconds, starting now. And golly, you don't want to, okay, I'm going to turn the car back on because it's hot again. You don't want to just do this all the time because obviously that's very hard on the parking crawl. I think that's how you say it, crawl. That's not an easy word for me to say with my southern mouth. Anyway, the little parking peg that goes into the gears physically to keep them from moving. That's a thing. I didn't make it up, but that's a thing. And you don't want to engage that regularly while your car is still moving. Obviously, it could break that off. And that is inside the transmission or transfer case or whatever you call it on an electric motor. It is inside. So if that breaks off, it's not going to be a cheap thing to fix. So only do that in the event of an emergency. But you do know now you can stop. If you're driving down the road and your car just starts going crazy, hit the power button 3 times. Or just hold it down until the screens go off. And eventually, Either you'll be able to use your brake or the car will coast to a stop, because it's like the car is in neutral until you get to a very low speed, I'm guessing 1 mile an hour, and then it engages the parking crawl. Not a good idea to try that all the time. I took the risk for you here in this video, so you don't have to. Thanks for watching this video. Now remember, this is a very rare thing, and chances are, now the findings haven't been released, but chances are that this was some kind of driver error. This is very rare to happen in an EV. You know, it could have been anything. Something got wedged under the brake pedal. Maybe the guy had like his 40-ounce Coors Light and it wedged under the brake pedal so he can't hit the brake. Or maybe the carpeting got wedged on the accelerator pedal, because it did look like they got into an impact before this happened. So they got hit by something happened to the car, and the car went crazy. Maybe the floor mat got wedged on the go pedal. No idea what happened, but just remember this: power button 3 times, or just hold the thing down until the car goes off, and then all the power to the motor will stop. If you still don't have brakes, just remain in control of your steering wheel until you come to a stop. Thanks for watching this video. Hopefully you learned something you didn't know today. If you already knew that, then hopefully it was a little bit entertaining for you to watch. If you're interested in electric cars, keep watching my channel. I'm going to go visit a brand new GM Ultium charging station that just opened here in Oklahoma. It looks pretty sweet. Has a covered canopy. Looks like a regular gas station, but for electric cars. So we're going to go check that out. Watch for that in probably 3 to 5 days. Not sure when I'm going to get to it. Thanks for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Hey guys, Crazy Postman here. So I saw a wild story on the internet about, why does it get so windy right when I start talking? So we're gonna go inside, and I'm gonna, oh God, it's windy again. All the audio is in Korean. So let's go ahead and pull this up here. How do I do that? I'm not good at this, guys. Not good at this at all. Couldn't find a window. This one here. I need window capture. Yeah, there you go. That window there. So I got this here. Let's go ahead and make me smaller. I am not good at this, y'all. I want to be small in the corner. Oh no. I never... Okay, so we're going to have to do this one more time. That's fine. 13 minutes in. Let's go ahead and do it all over again. I'm not sure what's going on. They're not running sirens. I think this is a funeral procession, guys. I don't know if that firefighter lost their life in active duty. It looks like it's a fireman's funeral. Wow, that was a really long procession, but that's what we do here in Oklahoma. We care about our law enforcement and firefighters, EMS, emergency management. We care about them all and appreciate their service.